This program is brought to you by Emory University.
Breastfeeding benefits the baby and the mom and the entire community. We really need to focus on all of those benefits. We sort of tend to think about the benefits for the baby as the most important ones, but there's more and more evidence now that there are great benefits for mom too in reducing breast cancer rates, reducing incidences of some other hormonally driven, hormone-sensitive cancers. So we're seeing that she's protected against osteoporosis, all kinds of things. The science is all new, it's coming out all the time. The benefits for baby are reduced infection, number one and most important. We know that there may be an IQ improvement, protection against juvenile diabetes, childhood eczema and allergies, the list goes on and on. Georgia persists as being one of the states that does not have great breastfeeding rates, and there is that disparity between black women, Hispanic women, and white women, and we continue to see black women at lower rates of initiation and duration of breastfeeding.
One of the reasons that we think we see these kind of differences is that breastfeeding is a very culturally linked practice, and African American women traditionally, at least for the last several generations, have largely opted to bottle feed instead of breastfeeding. And this is a practice and a learned parenting technique that's passed down.
Unfortunately, we're only at 50%. I mean, American babies are just the least likely to get breast milk. When you look at us as a global community, American babies are the least likely to get breast milk. And if you live in the Southeast, we're the worst of the American babies. So we hope that we're beginning to see that sea change, but until we fix the maternal work policies, I don't know that we'll ever get to the 97, 98, 99% that some of our European countries have.
For lower income women, there are some groups like La Leche League, there are some places you can go get support, but they're not particularly accessible for most low income women. There is help available through WIC clinics, and a lot of low income women are receiving both prenatal and postnatal care and services through WIC. But often the women will not get to a WIC clinic within a few days of giving birth. And very often that's when the decision about whether to breastfeed or not breastfeed is made. For African American women and all women, it's a big deal when you go back to work. You have to be able to pump. You have to have resources to buy a breast pump. If you don't have those resources and you can get formula for free from WIC, a lot of times that's a very obvious point of transition.
If you're finding it's difficult or painful, get some help, because we would like you to exclusively breastfeed your baby for the first 6 months of life, and then with complementary foods until that first birthday. So that's ideal for the optimal nutrition for a newborn and the optimal health effects for mom.